Yes, yes. So what was life like as a child in Montgomery, Alabama?
Well, as a child, I wasn't living in Montgomery. I was living in Bessemer, Alabama. But the same thing that went on in Montgomery, Alabama, also went on in Bessemer, Alabama. So it was kind of tough. Not kind of tough. It was really tough. But as a child, I didn't understand too much, because my mom always taught me about love. No matter how people treat you, she always taught me to love. And so I remember the clans come around at nighttime, and many of them blowing their horns and have the lights on and all dressed in white sheets and these white things on their head, and you couldn't see nothing but the black around their eyes. You didn't know who they were because they was all covered up in white sheets and stuff. So that was scary. And I'll be standing, they come around blowing their horns, and my mom would go to the door. We all went to the door, but I would be holding on to my mom because that was frightening. And why they was doing this is because there was a Catholic school, and the Catholic school has always been integrated. And so they didn't want this in the South. They didn't want blacks going to school with whites. So that's why when something go on that they didn't like, they would always come parading up and down the street, or maybe even come to your house, So that's one part that I do remember. And I remember riding the bus and the streetcars, and we had to go to the back of the bus, and the whites fill up the front where they would be properly seated. The blacks would have to get up and give them your seat. And that's why Rosa Parks, when she had worked a long day, she refused to get up because she was tired. And that's when things began to change.
So what was your experience with segregation?
What was my experience with what? I misunderstood you.
What was your experience with segregation?